welcome back to the plot, or welcome if you've never been before. This video I'm going to have to do over a couple of days, and I'm just going to show you now as I'm talking what I saw about 8 o'clock this morning when I looked out the window. And yes, that was snow that you're seeing now. Just as I got here, it was really nice. The wind, we have had such strong winds over the last couple of days, it's been ridiculous. In fact, I've been here about 15 minutes. I've just gone around putting things back where they should be. Something is landing on me. I'm praying it's not more snow. We just need to see how it goes. Anyway, all that is to say, the next bay, I've got on to the next bay, my last one. Oh, wait a minute. Hailstones! Hold on to that thought. We'll talk about onions in a minute. It's really, really nasty today, actually. But I only came up because of to get something for somebody. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have been up today at all. Okay, have the hailstones stopped? I think they have. Right. In the 5 minutes I have before I get battered by whatever's coming, the last time I was here, I'd finished that other bay. Remember, I did my little happy dance. And I managed to put down, actually it's a couple of little bags of compost here for my onions. You might have seen the short I put out about my rather overzealous onion buying that I've been doing. Something's had a sale, I couldn't help myself. So yes, I did a short about my onions. I brought them up and here they are in the box. Many, many onions. I'm actually seeing, that's my coat with something falling on it. It really wants to snow. It's kind of a half-hearted attempt at snow. Right, I'm thinking I'm going to try and get at least some compost down. The person that's coming to pick something up isn't going to be here for a little while yet, so I either sit in the car or I just brave it out. You know which one I'm going to do. Well, until it gets worse, so I'm going to brave it out for as long as I can anyway. Now what I've decided to do is put in an extra set of hoops to increase my onion growing space. And I think I'm going to put a row, this is going to be carrots in here, so I think I'm going to do onions or shallots, you know, around the edges. I put these old tent poles in, whack them in, wiggle them round, whack it in, wiggle it round, and then your hoop, actually I might have to get another one, this one looks a bit big, but I'll see. Then your hoop will slide onto them. Can't do it one-handed. You get the gist. It'll slide on and it'll hold it in place much better. There we go. I actually got a different one. That other one was too big. But you can see what I mean. I've pushed it right in and then just push your soil up. I mean, you don't have to do it with the extra poles, but I find if you don't, these things, they do have a, well, they can have a tendency to come out. But that way, that sucker ain't going to budge. There we are. Now, I hope this is showing up okay. I got that whole row planted with onions. My fingers are freezing. It's getting darker, so I'll quickly show you what I've done because I have a little tip that it's not my tip, I've picked it up from other gardeners and I think it's a good one. I'm trying to find a good place to show you. I think this is probably the best way to show you. Normally I would have done my onions either across that way or across that way in straight rows. But I heard somebody say that if you do it diagonally, and I'm hoping, if I come down a bit, I'm hoping you can see that that is what I've done. I've done it diagonally because they say you can actually fit more veg in a small space if you plant diagonally as opposed to rows. I'll show you, actually you'll see it better here. That's the white onions, which are snowball. So they're diagonal. So I'll give you a quick rundown before I go for today. First half of the video. Here, this bit red, I've got Rosanna. Then I've got the white ones, snowball. Then I've got the red ones, red baron. Then I've got the kind of yellow ones. So whatever they are, Cupido, I would go for Cupido. That's what I've got there. Then I've got the first full pack of Rosanna in there and Yellow Moon shallots. So that is the first lot of onions. Now don't laugh at me, but I've still got, I've still got 4.5 bags to go. Well, for day one of the video, I'm going to say cheerio. And yes, I didn't wear gloves to do that because I cannot plant onions with gloves on. It's impossible. The next time I come up, I'll be doing something else. Actually, I probably won't be. I'll be doing more onions all around the place. But I'll be doing something else as well as onions. I've got a few jobs to do still. Having said that, the place isn't looking too bad, is it? I didn't do any of the path today. That job can wait, that's fine. So the next time I'm up, it'll be onions and getting this carrot area sorted, ready for sowing some seeds. I'm looking forward to it. Well, we're back for day 2 and the wind still hasn't stopped. We have had, this is the best day in, well, for the rest of this week. Tomorrow is to be pouring rain. I know there's a lot of weather in this video, I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. And let me show you something that every time I come in at the moment, because we've had so much wind, this is what I have to fix every time I come in. Do you see the gap? The wind is blowing my sheep fleece, which is why I have a big pile of it there, which is not where I put it. So every single time I come in, I've got to fix that before I can do anything else. It's crazy. Today I'm going to be working on the carrot bay. It's carrot bay day. Yeah, you can see that's not very heavy is the word I'm looking for, is it? Not the prettiest solution, I will grant you, but it'll hold it for now. This is the job for today. Getting this area ready for carrots, and I'm not going to sow the carrots today. I deliberately didn't bring them for 2 reasons. One reason is that it's too windy. You know, when you're trying to fit in little seeds and the wind's blowing, you're onto a non-starter. But we have to have really heavy winds tomorrow, and I think if I just put in those little delicate seeds, they're just going to get washed away. So I don't want to do that. But the other reason is I have a little experiment I want to do here. That's all I'm going to tell you just now, but you will not want to miss it because I have experiments for the carrots and the parsnips, and I really think it's something worth doing, and I think it's something you will get value out of finding out. It's going to take a while to know what works from what I'm doing, but yeah, I'll show you that when I get it done. So bear that in mind while I'm trying to find my bits and pieces. If you haven't subscribed, please do hit that little button. It is free, it'll cost you nothing, and it would be very nice to know that people appreciate all the effort I put into these videos. Right, I've got this strip as neat and tidy as I can. So now comes the fun part. Do you remember this? The cocoa coir, cocoa coir, cocoa whatever you call it. I left them up here because they come in these great waterproof bags. Now add the water. Doesn't take long, does it? Oh dear, that's heavy today. Right, I want to mix some compost, cocoa coir. God, you got me saying it. Cocoa coir. I've never said coir in my life. And spread that out for the carrots. You don't want very rich soil for your carrots, but you do want it nice and free draining, crumbly and soft, which is where the cocoa coir comes in. So I'm going to put in some new compost, a bit of the coir, and spread it all over. It's going to be fabulous. Just ready. Oh, it's like making a giant cake, this, isn't it? Oh, have a look at this. Isn't that lovely? Check that out. Whole strip done. Sun's come out. Happy days. Doesn't that look amazing? What I'm going to do though, because it's carrots that's going in there, I'm going to put a little bit extra down the sides, and I'm going to put onions all up the side, because I've got loads, as you know. I'm going to put a run of onions all up the sides, basically around the whole perimeter, to hopefully deter carrot fly. How's that look? Reasonable? Yeah, I'll do. Well, I cannot believe it, but I got the other bay done as well. The other row of the bay, I should say. Oops, hang on, I'm sliding in seaweed here. That other row there is for the parsnips. And again, I've used a combination of the multi-purpose compost, which I bought. I did buy 2 bags this year. Ooh. The other stuff was actually stuff I bought last year at the end when it was on sale. Anyway, not important. 2 bags I bought, so I've used a bit of my new bag with the cocoa coir and spread it out, put onions all the way around the perimeter of both of these lines. Bays, patches, whatever you want to call them. So for all intents and purposes, the bay is now ready to grow in. All I've really got to do is the paths in between. This one is too narrow. It's not really a path. I'm not going to worry about it because I can reach everything from this side. And obviously I can reach this one from that side, because my actual growing areas are not very wide, you know, so that's easy to reach. Now to do round the edges, I will be using the stuff that I pick up from here. I've actually made a start in the corner here. So that's the next job that I will be doing, but at the moment I'm absolutely delighted to get that done. I have to say, this is the last bay, as you know if you've been keeping up, the last bay that I've had to do, and this has been by far the easiest one out the lot. There wasn't a lot of weeding to do. They were mainly annuals that are just starting to come up, so they were easy to take care of. And I think because I had put in a thick layer of manure last year, or whenever it was, with the brassicas in here that did grow last year, despite the club root, but it was a thick layer of manure, so it really suffocated the weeds. Really, really did. It worked brilliantly. So this has been a doddle. We've come up now and again, run a hole round it. If I see a weed, I've picked it out. And today, like getting it ready for that last bay there, it was so easy. And then just mixing up the compost with the coir and just throwing it down. You saw me, a couple of handfuls here and there, smooth it out, plonk in some onions, job done. It's ready for the seeds. And like I said, I'm not going to do them today because it's too blowy. And I want to tell you about the growing experiment that I want to do here for carrots and parsnips. I think it will be worth finding out which method works best. I'll leave it at that. So if you have made it this far, thank you very much for your company. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. I would love to have more of you with me as we go through the growing season. But until the next time, you take care of yourself.